Hey, Shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow brothers, pushing out this word of true sincerity. Yeshua Chanak. Just wanted to touch on something really quickly, speak about something really quickly, as concerning Esau's Edom agenda with this whole Maxine thing. Basically, the MOTB infrastructure is being set up all around us, and his Maxine mandates, he's not stopping, he's not slowing down. Even in the county that I'm in, I'm starting to see a lot more businesses, move towards this green passport, and If you are privy to what's going on in Europe, they're rioting like crazy. They're rioting like crazy over the green passport because they're being locked out of society. And even in the county that I'm in, I'm starting to see more businesses pick up this whole green passport and not allow you to go and enter in to their business without proof. And this proof is going to be a digital proof. It's moving. It's going to move away from physical copies. Okay, physical cards. Okay, under the excuse of, they can be tampered with, and they can be they can be duplicated and faked. So you see the QR code a lot, and that's basically that's the system being set up all around us. And here at Great Millstone, we keep speaking about the same thing. The doctrine has not changed. I want to get a scripture. I didn't want to make this long, but it's really a fast push. It's a fast push towards this agenda. And just as I was saying earlier, the businesses that I go to around in my neighborhood, they're slow. One business here, another business there, one business you're locked out, another business you're locked out, and slowly to where you're not able to patronize any of these businesses because they are requiring you to have the venom, as well as they might just go out of business because of how the economy is going. But let me bring this out. 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And this is just a device of Satan, okay? And to the unawares, they're freaking out. They can't believe that they're being locked out of this society because they're being forced and coerced into taking this man's venom. So a lot of them are giving in, and a lot of them are going to go crazy and wild, and they're going to protest, and it's going to turn violent. It's going to turn very, very violent very soon. This is basically this is going to be the reaction because of these measures, because of these austerity measures, because of these draconian measures. And the elites, they already know this. Okay, they run test runs. They do social engineering. They've taken down governments. Okay, they've taken down governments. They set up puppet leaders. They set up coups. Had certain governments, their leaders ousted, okay, and set up an opposition party and set up a narrative, right? Let me read this again, because these are all the tactics of Satan, the devil. And Esau Edom, he uses that on the left-hand side to forward his agenda, as he's been doing since he came into power, just as the Renaissance, right? He took down all the dark images. He took down all the natural healing. Okay. he took down the so-called religion of Jake. And what did he do? He replaced it with his carbon copy. Okay, with his wicked copy, really. Okay, in order to fulfill this agenda that we're seeing right now take place in the earth. Okay, we're seeing. Let me read it. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So, you American people are going to slowly get locked out of society. There's already a thing in which, a lot of these jobs are taking up these measures. And, a lot of people are not able to get those religious exemptions. Okay. So there's a shortage, of workers, because a lot quit. A lot don't want to go back to work. A lot are tired and fed up. And then there's also a push towards more consumption of alcohol and drugs. So, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, let me bring that out in 2nd Esdras. That's a recipe for disaster, because all these austerity measures, these tyrannical measures, are going to lead to these people revolting. Okay, I'm just coming out of I go to the coffee shop. I've been going to the coffee shop for years. This coffee shop, it's right there. It's right there. When I do get coffee, and they're setting up to where you can't go in there without, having that proof. So it's all around us. Eventually, this man is going to make it to where you're not able to participate in society. And if you love your life, you love this society, what are you going to do? You're going to give in to the devil. Okay? And he's going to be lying. He's going to continue to lie to you. He's going to give you that booster. Now he says, children 5 to 11. Okay? There's great evidence that children 5 to 11, can require a dosage 1/3 a dose of an adult. There's great evidence to this is what the CDC, this is what these guys are saying. These pharmaceutical companies. It's great evidence that their immune system is boosted up from ages 5 to 11. They want to inject your kids. And what are they going to do? They're going to stop your kids from being able to go to school. Okay? It's very simple. All right? It's a very simple tactic of the devil. Yet, the thing is, Esau, Edom, the plan's going to fail. But let me bring this out. One moment. Because people are going to go mad I was watching the video in France. They're going mad out there in France, okay? Even the land of Israel, the state of Israel, they're going wild out there in the state of Israel. Okay, Italy, they're going wild out there in Italy. Okay? And I've seen videos where it was turning violent against the police. Now, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this in the mainstream media? No, you're not seeing it. It's being shadow banned. Okay, it's being banned. 2nd Esdras 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. We're coming into that time. And we, a lot of people, they don't like, Great Millstone, Serve Brothers, because we bring out the same message. If you go to one Great Millstone brother, he's bringing out the same precepts. He's saying the same thing. The doctrine has never changed. Okay? The doctrine has never changed from our apostles and elders. We're saying the exact same thing, that death and destruction is coming. Okay, as well as the redemption of the elect of the nation of Israel. Remember, only the elect of the nation of Israel are going to make it out of here, make it out of Babylon the Great. And then also you're going to have a remnant from the four corners of the earth that also are going to be delivered. But remember, there's going to be more slain of the Lord than there are delivered. And that's that small sanctuary of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay? Give me a moment. Let me sit down real quick. Let me read verse 14 again. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. This is basically leading to the destruction. This is leading to the sword. People are going to take up arms, as people are already taking up arms now. People are mad. They're upset. Okay? The whole world, where it said the nations were angry. Why is that? Because who's the driving force of all these agendas? Is it the Chinese? What about the Japanese? Is it the African nations, or the Polynesians, or the people of the islands? No, it's the Edomites. Okay, and they're telling you that you need to sacrifice unto them. You need to roll up your sleeves. You need to get these injections, and then it's going to turn to what? It's going to turn to more austerity measures, and it's going to turn to what? Ultimately, that subdermal device, the mark. It's moving towards that direction. Okay, why? Is because the prophecies have to come to pass. Okay, get with the program. Get with the program of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Okay, because if you don't, you're going to get left out there. Okay, these things are definitely coming to pass. For there the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. So why would people stand up and fight against another? Why would that happen? Okay, let's continue to read and understand why this is happening. Okay, for there shall be sedition among men. So there's going to be sedition, meaning to entice or arouse. Okay, what's that definition? And to entice or arouse to go against the authorities or government. Okay, to basically go against their edicts, to go against their laws, to say to hell with their laws. Okay, what we're seeing taking place right now with these different protests that are going on. You have smaller protests that are going on here in the United States because of certain mandates. Maybe it might be a hospital, maybe it might be an airline, maybe it might be, a teachers union or a truckers union, certain unions, but on a smaller scale, right? You had that thing going on with George Floyd and the different so-called racial tensions that were going on. Okay, which that was all set up. The people's anger was there, but Esau Edom, he wants to control the anger, so he's able to control the narrative. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back in verse 15. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. See that? The modern day sword is the gun. This is what all these austerity measures are going to lead to. Okay, you locking people out of society, and you telling them every single day that they should take this concoction of yours. It's free, it's safe, and it's effective. Okay, the efficacy. Okay, now they want the children. Okay, and there's so many different conspiracies behind it. Yet, the simple believe every word. But there's a lot of people that don't trust Esau Edom, okay, or trust this government to that extent. You've gone too far. They're able to live their life, kind of do what they wanted to do, so to speak. But now that's ended. So people are stuck at home with no hope, okay, on the internet, so-called getting enlightened. And Edom knows that, yet he's going to still move forward with his plan. He's going to shut the internet off. He's going to cause more havoc, more chaos. All he needs to do is cause more chaos. Okay? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, meaning the authorities. They are not going to regard the authorities. Okay? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning that mob rule, okay, in which the mob, the protests, they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do. They're going to come to your officials' houses, okay? And Edom knows that, and he's going to create laws to protect these people. You see it in his movies, how these different government officials or the founding fathers, the purge, how they're protected. Because these people, they're going to get angry, and they're going to come for these government officials. They're going to put these government officials to death. And Esau's going to try to control that narrative and say, look, we need to come together. We need this, we need that. We need to form this type of government. Esau, it's not going to work. Okay? You're going to fail. You already failed. Yet we're telling the people, starting with the elect, those who have ears to hear, eyes to see, that this is what he's going to do. Now, you don't have to believe this. This is the thing. You don't have to believe it. It's going to happen regardless whether you believe it or not. You just weren't chosen, okay, to be delivered. That's all. You were chosen to be destroyed. Now, we hope, we pray, okay, that we're part of the number in which Yahweh Shema Shai is going to deliver from all these things. Nevertheless, he gave us the blueprint, so to speak. Okay, and the different signs, the different wonders, the different signals, okay, the prophecies ultimately to tell us that we're definitely in these times, and what is our role in this thing, okay? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because you're going to be blocked out of going into the city. There's going to be restrictions, as there are restrictions being placed upon travel right now. Okay, they want to make domestic travel, okay, very hard by having this green pass. Remember ID 2020? Okay, this all plays in part, that digital ID for all. We're moving towards that. Certain agendas they'll scrap, certain agendas they'll, it's not ready yet. Okay, yeah, we're seeing, your travel, especially 2020. Remember, people, there were certain restrictions and edicts and what's the word? Curfews. That's the word. Curfews placed on, American travel. Now you go out to the islands, you go out to these different countries. There were a lot heavier restrictions. Okay, there was police everywhere. You go to France, there's police everywhere checking, making sure you're not going out. Okay, different islands, Barbados, there's police forces checking to make sure you're not. Okay, remember Australia, there's police forces checking to make sure that you are not out, or you have a good reason to be out at a particular time at night. Okay, just like that movie V for Vendetta. Okay, you can't be out at a certain time at night. This is total control, total governance. Okay, and he's going to be able to fulfill this. He's going to be able to do this. Yet he's going to have a lot of problems also, because he's going to try to lock down the whole world. And then he has a prophet. See, because the thing about it is, our message is being heard all around the world, right? And certain people, they pick up certain things. They say, okay, they might be right on certain things, but I don't agree with them fully. But the thing is, the word has gone out, and what we are saying is going to happen regardless. So you're going to see, like, damn, those Israelites were right. And you know what? There's a lot of people right now that are saying that under their breath, in their mind. Okay, because it's only going to get progressively worse. Okay, the new norm is going to be all out hell. Okay, that's the new norm, is pure hell. Okay. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Jacob's trouble. Okay, because a lot of these cities where you Jakes are at, that's going to be like ground zero. That's going to be like a war zone. Okay, because there's going to be limited supply of goods. Okay, there's already in the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American neighborhood some called a food desert, where there's just nothing but liquor stores, okay, and barbershops and churches, meaning there's no really big grocery stores, okay, where you can get fresh fruits and vegetables and produce and stuff like that. There's just liquor stores with chips and soda and so you're already at a disadvantage. Okay, these heathens and Esau, Edom, they're going to be able to survive a lot longer than you Jakes. You Jakes, you're going to be in a state of famine a lot quicker. Okay, one moment. But see, this is all because of the pride of you people here in Babylon the Great. Okay, you have been living in pride. You have been living in arrogancy. Okay, you have been living in haughtiness. You have been fighting against the Heavenly Father. So this is the judgment for this place. Okay, America was not supposed to last forever. And you people were so, caught up, in La La Land, that you thought that the party was going to last forever. No, this is it. It's the end. Bye bye America. by these world governments, okay? And say hello to Yahweh Shai and 144,000. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. So this is the time that we're coming into. Okay, it's, we're pretty much in the calm before the storm. There's a lot going on, but all out hell has not broke loose. Yet, as of yet. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. This is what's coming. Nothing but home invasions, nothing but just all out pure hell. People killing each other. Okay, why? And spoil their goods. Okay, so it's going to be because of a lack of goods. Because of lack of bread and great tribulation. So there's going to be natural disasters. There's going to be famine. There's going to be lack of resources. Okay? Just natural resources. Water. Shelter. Okay? Heating. Gas. Especially in these cold states. When the grid goes down, a lot of people are going to die from just the low temperatures. Or in places where there's high temperatures. And then there's no water, or the water sources are tainted. They're filled with parasites. Okay? There might be water, but the water is toxic. With no way really of cleaning that water. So it's going to be bad. It's getting to that. And as this man, move forward with his agendas, evils are going to multiply. As we're seeing evils multiply, we go into 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, goes into that. Right? How they're not going to, it talks about the scourges for amendment. How these people are not going to realize this is happening because of their actions. So, I just wanted to speak about that really quickly. Even in the city that I'm seeing, because it started with San Francisco about the green passports, the Maxine passports, and then it moved into Berkeley, and now it's moving into the surrounding counties around San Francisco, and pretty much this whole place is about to be locked. You're gonna be locked out of society. Our Mary Apostle Elder Orion Lob, he did a video lockdowns and lock-ins, something like that. Now they're lockouts. They're now locking you out unless you want to, bow down, basically. You're really worshiping the image when you take that Maxine. Okay? Because that's part of this man's image is his pharmakia. And he's going to do the same thing with this MOTB. So we'll see how things go. We're definitely watching, praying that, Yahweh Shema Shai will keep us in these days. We are a small sanctuary of believers. Remember, the masses of people are not going to believe. Now, you are going to have an influx of believers when we receive that power. Okay, and that's doubted. And people doubt that, we're going to receive power. We say that. We're the only group that's saying that we're going to receive power. Okay, from Yahweh Shema Shai. And, there's people that are doubting that, which we don't doubt that. We understand that that's what's going to happen. So, until next time, shalom to the elect.